Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for being late, but we are back here in the studio for another Crypto Sherpa news special. That's right. I read you the cryptocurrency news articles, the most important ones that are out there. I don't like covering price analysis or could it go here? I want to know the facts. What's going on here? Is this country tax-free? So I'd be moving over there. Why is New Zealand getting rid of Bitcoin ATMs? Are they following Australia? So yeah, I like to cover the most pertaining news out there. But again, sorry for being late and sorry for not being here yesterday. Yesterday, we just ended up being a super busy day. Got ready for our class. We did a class on scams and crypto. And then eventually the day just led into just, I did not have time to do a show. So I'm back. I'm here and bring you the news. And let's start off with, the countries where crypto is tax-free. And do you want to consider it? So here is a list of 5 countries in 2025 that are tax-free crypto. So here we go. So looking to live a tax-free with crypto in 2025? Well, these 5 countries, including the Cayman Islands, UAE, and Germany, still offer legal and zero tax treatment for cryptocurrency. So, let's hear about these. So let's see, we got key takeaways from the Cayman Islands, UAE, El Salvador, Germany, and Portugal. So tax-free countries for crypto investors in 2025. Well, as crypto adoption explodes, so does the scrutiny from tax authorities. However, not every country is clamping down. In fact, a few forward-thinking jurisdictions are bucking the trend, offering complete tax freedom on crypto gains. Now, for anyone wondering where crypto is tax-free in 2025, these crypto tax-free countries have become havens for traders, long-term Bitcoin holders, and digital asset entrepreneurs alike. So whether you're managing a decentralized financial portfolio, planning your offshore relocation, or simply just looking to live a tax-free with crypto, understanding the best cryptocurrency tax-free jurisdictions for 2025 could unlock some serious financial advantages out there. So let's learn a little bit more. So from the Caribbean islands to the Middle East and even some unexpected parts of Europe, these destinations are rewriting the rule book. Even America, we're rewriting the rule book now. I think Senator Cynthia Loomis wants to put a tax bill out there just so you can actually spend your Bitcoin. I think it's only though capped at $300, $600. So we're making ways into it. It's a start. But no, some of these countries out there is pretty good to maybe think about. But in this guide, we will highlight 5 of the best countries for crypto taxes in 2025, places where Bitcoin tax haven becomes a legal reality. So let's explore where crypto profits can still fly under the radar. So first up, we have the Cayman Islands. So yes, live tax-free with crypto. If you're seeking a true digital asset tax-free zone, the Cayman Islands should be at the top of your list. Now, this classic offshore financial center imposes no personal income tax, capital gains tax, or corporate tax. And yes, that includes cryptocurrencies. So whether you're trading Bitcoin, holding long-term, or managing a DeFi treasury, your gains stay untouched. Now, for those concerned about regulation, Cayman also delivers the updated Virtual Asset Service Providers Act with a fully operational licensing regime for April 2025. This gives the country a clear, compliant framework. And this means exchanges, custodians, and other platforms can operate legally under standards aligned with the global norms. Now, add to the stable local economy, the Cayman dollar is pegged to the US dollar, English common law protection and high-end expat-friendly lifestyle, and it's easy to see why the Cayman Islands are among the most reliable tax-free crypto zones. But for many, it's the ultimate answer to where is crypto tax-free in 2025. And yeah, but there are some downsides. I think it's quite pricey to live in the Cayman Islands. So you're taking the benefit of having a tax-free gains on those cryptos, but you'll be paying it in just the cost of living there. That's what I think it is. Now, let's take a look at another country, which is the United Arab Emirates, otherwise known as the UAE, how it has a tax-free crypto zones. So the United Arab Emirates continues to cement its place as one of the most crypto-friendly countries in 2025 across all 7 emirates, including Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Individuals pay zero tax on crypto trading, staking, mining, or selling. It's a full-spectrum crypto tax haven with no personal income tax and no capital gains tax on digital assets. Moreover, the appeal goes beyond tax policy with dedicated crypto regulators such as Dubai's Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority and the Dubai Financial Service Authority. And then also we have the Financial Service Regulatory Authority, and the UAE also offers regulatory clarity for startups, VCs, and major players alike. So whether you're minting non-fungible tokens or building a layer 1 protocol, there's a clear licensing path here. Now add in attractive visa options, world-class infrastructures, and offshore crypto tax benefits, and the UAE becomes an obvious choice for those looking to relocate for crypto tax savings. And for many global citizens and crypto nomads, this is the closest thing to a tax-free Bitcoin lifestyle is what you could have. Now, moving on to country number 3, we all know they were the first ones to make Bitcoin legal tender in the country. It's El Salvador and how it is a Bitcoin tax haven. So when El Salvador declared Bitcoin legal tender back in 2021, it sent shockwaves across the financial world. Fast forward to 2025, and this small Central American nation still ranks among the most radical Bitcoin tax havens on the planet. Now, thanks to its digital asset laws, there is zero capital gains or income tax on Bitcoin transactions. So whether you're trading, holding, or spending it via Lightning wallets like Chivo, it's one of the few crypto tax-free countries in 2025 where the promise still holds, especially for long-term investors. Now remember that El Salvador is building the Bitcoin City, a geothermal-powered crypto metropolis with no income, property, or capital gains tax, an emerging tax-free crypto zone designed for miners, startups, and digital nomads alike. And also, we have our crypto club is opening up a private bank out there in El Salvador. We're going to be the first fully backed Bitcoin bank there. Just getting started. If you want more information on that, go to bitcoinben.io, look for the private key bank, and see if you want to take a look at that or be a part of it. But yeah, take a look. But yeah, lots of good stuff's happening from El Salvador. So for those seeking to live a tax-free with crypto while staying plugged in and looking forward to the ecosystem, El Salvador represents a bold and fully legal alternative for you. Now, another country out there that's pretty crypto friendly. I think they may have changed some stuff, but Germany, they used to be really good. But yeah, Germany may not scream tax haven, but for the long-term crypto holders, it's quietly one of the most crypto friendly countries in 2025. Here's why. So if you hold your Bitcoin or other digital assets for over 12 months, any sell, swap, or even everyday use is completely tax-free. That's right. Germany treats long-held crypto as a private asset and not a speculative one. It's one of those rare crypto tax loopholes in the country where holding equals exemption. Now, even for short-term trades, there's relief. If your total gains for the year stay under €1,000, you owe nothing. So no filing required, only gains. And above that threshold, get taxed, and only if sold before the 1-year mark. So in high tax nation like Germany, this setup is surprisingly generous if you're a disciplined hodler or a digital asset investor. Now, Germany may be one of the best low crypto tax nations in 2025, especially those based in the EU looking for legal or local relief. And the last country on this list is Portugal, a country with zero crypto tax. So still a strong contender on any list of countries with zero crypto tax. Portugal offers a unique mix of sun, surf, and tax savings. Now, for assets held longer than 365 days, crypto capital gains are fully exempt, kind of like Germany, making it one of the top cryptocurrency tax-free jurisdictions in Europe. Now, the appeal is even greater for those qualified under the non-habitual resident program before the March 31st, 2025 cutoff. Under the NHR, most foreign sources of crypto income is tax exempt and domestic income is taxed at just 20%. However, the landscape isn't entirely tax-free. Short-term gains under a year are now taxed at 28%, and income from staking or businesses-like activity is also taxed. So still, for the long horizon investors and retirees seeking crypto tax release, Portugal remains one of the most attractive digital asset tax zones. So it's no surprise Portugal continues to attract remote workers and crypto expats looking just to relocate for their crypto savings. Now, where is crypto tax-free in the world? So let's see. In 2025, these 5 countries, the Cayman Islands, UAE, El Salvador, Germany, and Portugal, stand out as a top-tier no crypto tax country, each with its own model for unlocking offshore crypto tax benefits and maximize your gains. But from long-term holding exemptions in Germany and Portugal to outright zero tax in the Caymans, UAE, and El Salvador, these destinations offer serious advantages for those building a tax-free Bitcoin lifestyle. Now, with that said, these benefits don't come without conditions, like residency is required usually, documentation, ongoing legal compliances are essential. Also, the laws can change very fast. In El Salvador, negotiations with the International Monetary Fund are a reminder that today's tax haven could face tomorrow's revisions. Yeah, they're always changing, so you gotta pay attention to that and top off of that. But that's for El Salvador. And then if you're planning to move abroad to avoid crypto tax, do it smartly, seek local tax counsel, track evolving regulations, and explore their options thoroughly. Because in a world tightening around crypto, these 5 countries remain rare global crypto tax options, at least for now. So those are the 5 countries that you could see some crypto tax haven there. So if you want to consider it, do some more research, but these were the 5 countries we brought for you. So yeah, so that's where we're starting off. And we did mention the UAE and how they popped up in the next news article I have for you, where the Emirates Airlines signs MOU with Crypto.com to enable crypto payments. So you should be able to book your next flight to, say, Abu Dhabi or Dubai with Bitcoin. So this is pretty cool. So let's learn about this. Emirates and Crypto.com will work together to introduce crypto payments and launch promotional campaigns to boost adoption. So major international airline Emirates signed a memorandum of understanding with Crypto.com to integrate Crypto.com Pay into the airline's payment infrastructure. Now, with implementations expected next year, the signing ceremony took place in the presence of His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Zayed Al Maktoum. He's the chairman and chief executive of Emirates Airline and Group, and the airline announced it on Wednesday. Now, the MOU was signed by Adam Kazim, Emirates Deputy President and Chief Commercial Officer at Mohammed Al Hakim, President of Crypto.com's UAE operations. Now, this strategic move is in line with Dubai's vision to be at the forefront of the financial innovation, while at the same time providing our customers with greater flexibility and choice in how they transact with Emirates, Kazim said. Now, beyond payment integration, the 2 companies will collaborate on promotional campaigns, raise awareness, and also drive user adoption once the service goes live. Now, here we have a photo of these gentlemen here from left to right. We have Mohammed Hakim, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Zayed Al Maktoum. Then we have Adnan Kazim, and then, of course, Michael Dorsam. And this was from the source Emirates. Now, Crypto.com Pay integration is set for Q4 of 2025. So a Crypto.com spokesperson confirmed to Cointelegraph that the integration is set for the last quarter of the year, and the initial phase will focus on technical readiness, compliance alignment, and customer experience mapping, the spokesperson said. Furthermore, Emirates and Crypto.com will determine whether the rollout will begin on select routes, regional markets, or through a global launch, with pilot phases likely to proceed with wider implementation. So they're still in the works of it. Now, the spokesperson also confirmed that crypto payments from customers will be converted instantly to fiat using real-time exchange rates at the point of transaction, and Emirates will not hold any cryptocurrency on its books. Settlements will occur in the AED, ensuring compliance and minimal FX exposure, they said. Now, Crypto.com also said it continues to explore regional and international airline integrations as part of a broader travel and commerce strategy. The goal is to build a universal crypto travel layer, bringing seamless, secure, and compliant payment experiences to travelers across retail and hospitality sectors. Now, Dubai eyes leadership in crypto. So the integration comes amid Dubai's push to lead in crypto as the city seeks to establish itself as a primary hub for blockchain and digital asset projects. Now, backed by regulatory clarity and a pro-innovation environment, several industries in the Emirates, from real estate to telecommunications, have already opened the doors to cryptocurrency payments. Earlier this year, Tether partnered with a UAE-based Really Tech to expand the use of its USDT stablecoin in real estate transactions. Now, the deal allows buyers to use USDT to purchase property through 30,000 Really Tech agents globally. Last month, the Dubai Financial Service Authority, the financial regulator in charge of Dubai's International Financial Center, approved Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. DIFC companies can now use the Ripple's stablecoin for various virtual asset services. Now, the Dubai Multi-Commodities Center Free Zone has attracted over 600 crypto companies, with more firms flocking to Dubai International Finance Center and One Central District as the country positions itself as a leader in digital finance. Now, Dubai sees real estate boom. Dubai's real estate market reached new highs in May, with sales totaling 66.8 billion dirham, which is around 18.2 billion US dollars, across 18,700 transactions, which is a 44% increase in value year on year. Now, the surge came amid an accelerating push into real estate tokenization. In May alone, multiple initiatives, including a $3 billion railroad asset deal involving multi-bank group, real estate agent giant MAG, and blockchain infrastructure provider Maverick, were launched by the government and industry players. And then on May 19th, the virtual asset regulator of authority, Dubai's crypto regulator, updated its guidelines to include provisions for real-world assets and tokenization. The lawyer Irina Heaver told Cointelegraph that these rules give issuers and exchanges a clear path to launch and trade tokenized real estate assets. So they made some changes out there, but their real estate boom is definitely being tokenized. And I believe I covered a couple of those articles before, so you may want to look back at some previous videos. But no, I do like how the airline is making this partnership, because I hate having to like convert some Bitcoin into cash, buy my plane ticket. If I can book through Emirates Airlines, I will totally do that. And I just love seeing more companies that start adopting Bitcoin and crypto as a payment. So this one's strictly not just Bitcoin, because they partner with Crypto.com, and Crypto.com holds a mass of different cryptocurrencies out there. So you probably be able to spend any of them. If you want to spend your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your XRP, I'm sure you'll be able to do Crypto.com's crypto payment sector. So I look forward to the progress of that, and I will keep you posted when it does officially launch. Now let's move on to our next article, talking about a Japanese company moves to align its CEO with a Bitcoin strategy. So a full salary paid in Bitcoin. So let's find out which company this is actually from, because we know MetaPlanet is big in Japan right now. They're the second biggest like Bitcoin treasury holders now, next to Michael Saylor. Or are they the biggest one? Well, they're the most often in the news. There's a lot of news where we get MicroStrategy. MetaPlanet buying more Bitcoin, just like how Strategies companies buys more Bitcoin every week. But I don't think this company is from MetaPlanet. So let's find out. Let's go through this article and hear about this CEO taking his pay in Bitcoin. So the CEO, who was just appointed in June, is also listed among the management of Japan-based crypto exchange BitPoint. So Takashi Toshiro, the new CEO of Tokyo-based energy company Remix Point, will be paid in Bitcoin as part of a stated effort to be in the same boat as shareholders, the company said in a statement on Tuesday. Now, Remix Point said it will calculate Toshiro's salary and taxes purchased to the equivalent amount in Bitcoin and transfer it to a wallet, the CEO designates. Now, the move is part of a shareholder-oriented management, the company said. The remuneration in this case will be paid in Japanese yen in the format based on the appropriate organization of the company's act and taxation. A translated version of the statement reads, on top of that, we plan to acquire Bitcoin equivalent to the same amount of the market price with Japanese yen, which is equivalent to the full amount of the payment, and deliver it to the crypto asset wallet designated by the president and CEO. So Toshiro took over as CEO in June, saying that the Remix Point would place Bitcoin at its core of financial strategy. Now, as part of a shift to make the company focus on treasury management, even before Toshiro's appointment as CEO of Remix Point, he had been acquiring Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as part of a reported strategy toward a treasury of digital assets. Now, as of June 13th, the company reported holding more than 1,051 Bitcoin, 901 Ethereum tokens, 13,920 Solana, 1,191,204 XRP tokens, and 2,802,311 Dogecoin. Now, this representing a combined market value of more than $116 million they have. Now, in addition to his new role at Remix Point, Toshiro is listed under the management of BitPoint, a Japan-based crypto exchange and an affiliate of the SBI Group. The exchange has heavily promoted U.S. President Donald Trump's meme coin, Official Trump. And then we also have other CEOs and policymakers have also accepted crypto. So yeah, it's not just Toshiro accepting crypto or Bitcoin as a payment. He's not the first. We've heard stories about, I think the mayor of New York was accepting his payments in Bitcoin, or maybe it was Florida. We have, let's see, who else is here they're going to be mentioning? Whether part of a strategy to further adoption at the company or to try a boost of the price-specific cryptocurrency, Remix Point was not the first to announce its leadership that would be paid in Bitcoin. Let's see. So in 2021, UK-based cryptocurrency mining company Argo Blockchain said that its then CEO, Peter Wall, would receive a Bitcoin salary. Wall pointed to the example set by the NFL player Russell Okung, who said in 2020 he would be converting a portion of his salary into crypto. And I remember covering that article too, like it was a later on piece. And it's like he held on to it. So he literally like doubled or tripled like what his salary would have been, but just by holding on to Bitcoin. So that was a cool NFL play. But yeah, so that Argo blockchain like was company CEO was pretty much following that. And then let's see, also in 2021, New York city mayor election, yep, that's what I was talking about. And the Democratic candidate, Eric Adams, said that he would accept his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin, running as an independent for re-election 2025. Adams has repeatedly gloated to members of the media and New Yorkers about his Bitcoin holdings, suggesting there's no regrets with the decision. The price of the cryptocurrency has more than doubled since 2021. So again, of course, there's no regrets there, and there should never be. Bitcoin is currency. It's money. We can transact with it. No matter how much you want to say, oh, it's made up out of thin air, it's a Ponzi scheme. No, it's legit digital currency that runs on code and software and not just managed by people, banks out there. The people are running it, securing the network. So again, there is no risk at all to do anything. Sure, we have dips and everything. There's always been cycles, but times have been changing. We are not following a traditional cycle now. This is Bitcoin's time to shine. We're in full-blown adoption now. Like this is going to go in place for the next 4 years and beyond. So we're going to see a lot more companies and their CEOs accepting Bitcoin as a salary payment. Maybe we'll start seeing the entire company start announcing they're paying all their employees in just Bitcoin now. That would be freaking awesome. But we're going to keep getting more news, though, about CEOs accepting Bitcoin salary and then this more companies just buying up Bitcoin for a treasury. That was Bitcoin Ben Show this morning. He was talking about like every single month, like companies are going to be buying Bitcoin. And no joke, we are seeing that already in the news. Every single day, some new company is buying more. Every single month, this company is buying more. And then so on and so on. So guys, get some Bitcoin while you still can. If you need help, join the club, any of our clubs. Doesn't matter if you're close or nearby. I'm here at our Sarasota club. We have our Nashville club. We have Boston, Massachusetts. We just opened up our Dallas, and then our Vegas club just got their sign today, and they should be soft opening on August 1st. Or they should be opening August 1st, not a soft open. They already had that during the Bitcoin conference. So yeah, so if you need help just getting some Bitcoin and learning about it, join the club. We are here to help. But let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be back with some more news.
Attention visionaries and pioneers, the future of wealth is here. And it's spelled Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Introducing the exclusive Loans for Bitcoin program at the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where your good credit unlocks 0% interest loans for up to 2 years or term loans up to $250,000 spread over 7 to 12 years. Why wait? Use this capital to acquire the world's fastest appreciating asset, Bitcoin. With prices hovering around $94,000 and projections aiming much higher by the year's end, the time to act is now. Leverage isn't just for Wall Street anymore. Arbitrage the low cost of your loan against Bitcoin's explosive growth. It's smart finance for the modern investor. And privacy matters. Our no KYC Bitcoin purchase program ensures you buy and self-custody your assets in your own wallet. Your keys, your Bitcoin, your future. And as the world shifts to digital currencies, be ahead of the curve. Front-run corporations, governments, in this greatest financial revolution of our times. I'm Jay Bose, CEO of Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. Call or text us today at 941-413-6920 and get started on that loan application. Secure your legacy. You will thank yourself tomorrow.
And we are back. And yes, that is just one of the programs we offer here at the Crypto Club. So outside just getting education and learning about Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrencies, like we offer many ways for you to earn here at the club. So yeah, so take advantage of it, sign for the club. And now let's continue on with the news. Now let's move on to some altcoin news. It looks like we have a German Volkswagen engineer. Where's I going with that? German car dealership Volkswagen. That's how I wanted to say it. But the Volkswagen ADMT chooses Solana-based Hive Mapper to power robo-taxi test fleet. So this is some bullish news for Solana's ecosystem. Hive Mapper CEO and partnership shift mapping from static to living, and the robo-taxi fleets require data that evolves as fast as the streets do. So, okay. Is that really what that robo-taxi looks like? I hope not. Kind of like an old or an upgraded VW bus. They should have just kept the old school VW bus style. I think that would have been even cooler. But I'm sure that's just a concept art, not part of the real thing. But Volkswagen ADMT, the automaker's autonomous driving subsidiary, will source real-time street-level data from B-Maps, a spatial intelligence service that runs on Hive Mapper's Solana-based mapping network. According to Hive Mapper CEO Ariel Seidman, the partnership shifts mapping from static to living, and the robo-taxi fleets require data that evolves as fast as the streets do. Now, B-Maps aggregates images from drivers who install proprietary B dashcams and upload footage that the machine learning models translate into lane marking signage and temporary work zones. So you do need a be specific dash cam that I probably send to you, so that way they can upload the data, take all that what they need. But participants will earn honey tokens for each validated segment, giving Hive Mappers what it calls the world's freshest map data. Now, Hive Mapper, which records contributions on the Solana blockchain, says its network covers a double-digit share of global roads and updates more frequently than traditional fleet car surveys. Now, B-Maps sells the resulting data through APIs that the feed routing, localization, and curb management engines used by logistic firms and now robotaxi developments. Now, the company did not disclose financial terms, but B-Maps products literature indicates that it typically charges consumption-based fees rather than long-term licenses. Now, there are live updates required with this. So Volkswagen's ADMT operates about 30 ID.Buzz autonomous electric minivans on Hamburg streets, and then will also add thousands of units in Los Angeles under an agreement with Uber that targets fully driverless services by late 2026. So they are expanding. Now, each vehicle relies on a sensory array comprising of 13 cameras, 9 liters, and that generate approximately 5 gigabytes of data per second. However, it still requires external maps to localize in adverse conditions such as rain, glare, and construction. But B-Maps will stream fresh road features into ADMT's perception stack, allowing test engines to validate maneuvers such as curb alignment, pickups, and last-meter drop-offs without dispatching manual survey cars. Now, this is a D-pin momentum. The agreement extends a trend of decentralized physical infrastructure networks, otherwise known as D-pins, which are supplying data to legacy industries. Earlier this year, Lyft began piloting Hive Mapper feeds to ride hill drop zones, and logistic firms use the API to flag height restrictions and new speed limits. Now, for Volkswagen's crowdsourced updates could shorten the cycle between road edge cases and software releases as it scales the ID.Buzz robotaxi program across Europe and North America. Now, no regulatory approvals are required because the data transfer occurs off-board and the person added to it. So are you guys going to be taking these robo-taxis out there? I don't know about that. But no, I think it's cool, though, that they're using Solana, Hive Mapper, and then, just it's where we're going. Like, we have this technology beforehand where we're collecting data. That's what we probably saw with all these Elon Musk Tesla cars out there, always keeping track of data. It's on the road. It's pulling it. I always knew it was eventually going to be blockchainized, and it looks like Volkswagen is taking on that with a Solana base, with Solana's blockchain. So, pretty cool there. So I thought I'd keep you informed on just what's going around in the blockchain space, what types of adoptions are going on, and how is blockchain being used. So it's a pretty cool article. Now let's move on to New Zealand banning crypto ATMs in a crackdown on criminal cash conversion. So they're kind of following Australia because New Zealand is banning crypto ATMs and set a $5,000 cap on overseas cash transfers in a major step to combat money laundering and financial crime. So Australia did the same thing. They put a cap at $5,000 on it because there are so many scams out there which just lead people to a crypto ATM. They don't know anything about crypto. They just have a QR code. They scan it, put money in, scammers got the money. So this is how New Zealand and Australia, or this is how Australia and now New Zealand are just helping to combat all these cyber crimes out there. So let's go through this article and hear about this transition. So New Zealand has banned cryptocurrency ATMs and capped international cash transfer moves, and officials say, as part of a broader effort to disrupt money laundering and organized financial crime. In a Wednesday announcement, the Associate Justice Minister Nicole McKee unveiled the measures as part of the government's overhaul of its anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism regime. Now, the reform package includes banning crypto ATMs entirely and introducing a $5,000 limit on international cash transfers. Officials say both measures are designed to block avenues used by criminals to move illicit funds. Now, we will also make it more difficult for criminals to convert cash to high-risk assets such as cryptocurrencies just by banning crypto ATMs. McKee said in a statement that this government is serious about targeting criminals, not tying up legitimate businesses in an unnecessary red tape. And what Texas did against this was, it's best to get serious about targeting cyber criminals, but you don't want to screw over legitimate businesses out there, because in Texas, sheriff actually cut open a crypto ATM to pull out the money that a person who was scammed out of $25,000 gave it back to them. But in reality, they just stole from the crypto ATM company. It's a legit company. They sell crypto ATM or they sell Bitcoin crypto through their ATM. It's a service they provide. So now the sheriff just stole from a company, gave back to the person who had been scammed, but nothing was solved there. So this is definitely a better way to help kind of fight it. It's not going to stop it, but it's definitely going to fight people being scammed. But New Zealand is to boost its financial surveillance. The Financial Intelligence Unit will also be granted new powers to demand ongoing information from banks and other reporting entities regarding individuals flagged for suspicious activity. Now, 2 anti-money laundering reform bills are already in Parliament and expected to pass before year's end. These will remove some of the most burdensome compliance requirements, delivering practical relief for businesses by the end of the year, McKee said. And the government said that easing compliance for law-abiding businesses does not mean lowering standards. This is not about dropping standards. It's about just applying them intelligently, he added. Now, according to an April report by New Zealand's Ministry of Advisory Group on Transitional, Serious, and Organized Crime, criminals have increasingly relied on crypto ATMs to quickly convert cash into crypto and then send it abroad for drug payments or fraud-related transactions, or just putting it in their own savings account, basically. But Coin ATM Radar data shows more than 220 crypto kiosks are operating nationwide in New Zealand right now. So it's better putting these limitations on than just getting rid of them. Now, there has been a global crackdown on crypto ATMs. New Zealand's crypto crackdown on crypto ATMs follow a global trend of scrutiny toward these machines. Last month, Australia's Financial Intelligence Agency, the AUSTRAC, introduced a new rule for crypto ATMs operators, including a 5,000 Australian dollar cap on cash deposits or withdrawals, stricter monitoring, and enhanced customer checks amid rising scams and reports. Meanwhile, Spokane, Washington, has announced a complete ban on crypto ATMs. The Spokane City Council will remove existing kiosks and block new ones, and citing their use by fraudsters to target vulnerable residents, particularly in low-income neighborhoods. So here we have Washington state just banning it completely. It's like, you know what? Let's just get rid of them because, that will stop it. And that does work too, but it's just getting rid of one of the off-ramps. And honestly, crypto ATMs aren't even the best way to buy crypto. They charge a wazoo amount, and you're not doing it privately too. You still got to provide your driver's license to them. I don't think you got to do the social, but you're still providing information. So you're doing it somewhat of a know your customer thing. So you're spending 30%. You're still doing KYC. Crypto ATMs, that's not the best way to do it. So if you had to do KYC, just go through an exchange out there. You'll be paying so much less on fees. Or if you join the club, we offer no KYC Bitcoin purchases, bulk buys weekly. So definitely take a look at that. But so Spokane, Washington just banned out crypto ATMs. New Zealand, Australia, they're not putting a $5,000 cap on it. So we'll see what other countries follow suit or how they're going to manage this. But that's our New Zealand and crypto ATM news. Let's move on to our last article now, covering Polygon's most complex hard fork, and it goes live this Thursday. So if you're a Polygon holder, let's pay attention to this. So the Polygon Foundation CEO, Sandeep Nawal, described the upcoming Hemdall 2.0 upgrade as the most complex Polygon hard fork since 2020. So, okay. Now, Polygon is set to deploy its most complex hard fork to date on Thursday, upgrading its proof-of-stake blockchain with a new consensus layer dubbed Hemdall 2.0. Now, in an ex-post, Polygon Foundation CEO Sandeep Nawal said that the upgrade enhances the backbone of Polygon's proof-of-stake blockchain. It will replace legacy components dating back to 2018 and 2019 with newer infrastructure. Now, this is the most technical, complex hard fork Polygon's proof-of-stake has seen since its launch of 2020. Now, Nawal wrote, by adding that, it will improve finality, user experience, and the network's upgradability. Now, the new update will reduce the blockchain's finality to about 5 seconds and minimize the chance of chain reorganization beyond just 2 blocks. This will allow the networks to be more stable and bridge to be more secure. Now, Cointelegraph has reached out to Polygon for further comments, and it looks like we just have a little tweet from the Sandeep shipping announcement. We've been on a shipping spree, and next up is Polygon's proof-of-stake consensus layer Heimdall v2, landing July 10th. This is the most technical complex, so that's all we really got word from. Now, Polygon's Foundation CEO urges node operators to prepare for the upgrade. Nawal also said that migration marks a step towards shipping faster checkpoints and building headroom for future upgrades. While most validators upgraded before the deadline, the Polygon Foundation CEO urged node operators running older versions to prepare immediately. Now, let's make this the smoothest upgrade yet. Most validators have already upgraded, but in case you haven't yet, test early, spread the word, and ping us when you hit snags. Nawal wrote. Now, the upgrade will take about 30 minutes on the mainnet with scripts and runbooks already available. Nawal also asked the community to prepare for the temporary instability and to be cautious while the system upgrades its core consensus engine. He said that Heimdall's finality will temporarily lag by about 3 hours, so this means that during the upgrade process on Thursday, the proof-of-stake chain's ability to finalize blocks will either pause or slow down for up to 3 hours. So if you need to make a trade right now, you may want to do that before tomorrow, because if something comes up where you just need some extra money, extra Bitcoin, or you got to move some around, try to do it beforehand. Otherwise, you'll be stuck with a delay in the process of it until this is done. But Sandeep Nawal takes over Polygon's foundation. The upgrade follows a change in Polygon Foundation's leadership structure from decentralized governance to having Polygon co-founder Sandeep assume complete executive control. So on June 11th, Nawal took full control of the foundation as its first CEO, and the foundation, which oversees Polygon Labs, now operates under Nawal's leadership, refocusing its efforts as a competition becomes fiercer in the Layer 2 space. And Nawal previously said it was time for Polygon to move faster, more aggressively, and with full conviction and focus. So that is actually a big change. So is Polygon moving more to a centralized system now? And it's not really centralized, but it's moving from a decentralized voting service where if we need somebody to get executed, Nawal's going to be the one. So yeah, so, but hey guys, just keeping it updated though on, I'm not sure really where that's going to, don't really hold too much pull, or I think I just moved it back into Bitcoin yesterday, but this is something to be aware of. So if you're a Polygon trader or you like playing with the network, just be aware there's a hard fork coming tomorrow, and around that time when it's upgrading, you may experience delays. So that's why I had to bring this article to you, just so you know what's going on. You're not freaking out going, oh, why is my Polygon not moving? Why is it not trading? This is what's taking place. So that is it for the news. Let's take a look at our fear and greed index. Let's see where the community is. We are at a 52 neutral. So people are still just holding on. Bitcoin still just holding on at 109. It's like, come on, Bitcoin, let's break that new all-time high. We're only like 1% away. And this was what, the 7-day chart. We've just been holding 109. We had a little dip down there. I think yesterday's chart, we're just holding like, it hasn't been holding 109 for this position for so long. It's like this price just feels so controlled right now. It's like we don't want it to go higher to all-time highs. We don't want it to go lower either. So somebody's like keeping these prices just in check right now, but who knows for how much longer. I feel like we're just going to see that boom. Where do I think Bitcoin's going to go? My prediction, I like to think it'll still hit like the 200,000 mark. And we had a fun discussion yesterday in our class on the crypto scams. We just mentioned, where do you think crypto is going to go? Steve Blanco said, I think 180,000. Some people said 150. One person said 300, but it's fun to make guesses on where we can go this market. But with these prices, though, just staying where they're at, I just know we're just due for an explosion. But that is it for the news, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I will hopefully be back tomorrow. I do have to do the class at 1:30, so hopefully I will have time, be fully ready and prepared to bring you some more cryptocurrency news. If not, expect for another delayed show. But everyone have an awesome Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Go get some tacos. I'm having Vietnamese food. My sister needs to go grab that lunch for us right now. But everyone have a great Taco Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow.
In a world where your data is constantly under attack, one company stands for your digital freedom. Introducing Calyx Solutions, your gateway to ultimate online privacy and secure cryptocurrency trading. Meet the Liberty Laptop. With its modified OS and advanced tracking prevention, it's your shield against surveillance. Access restricted areas, use recommended security software, and browse with confidence. Your digital footprint? Virtually non-existent. For the crypto pros, we present the Crypto Laptop. Pre-configured on premium hardware for secure trading. Optimized for your favorite wallets and exchanges, it's the fortress your digital assets deserve. Both laptops come with expert individual training and support. You're never alone in your journey to digital empowerment. At Calyx Solutions, we put you in control. No more worrying about data breaches or compromised transactions. Ready to join the revolution? Visit calyxsolutions.io and choose your perfect laptop today. Plus, become an affiliate and earn while sharing the power of digital freedom. Calyx Solutions. Unlock your digital freedom. Give us a call or text at 702-845-8276 or visit us directly at calyxsolutions.io.